Good morning, afternoon, or evening from whenever or wherever you are watching this video from. I am Jack Adamus back in my Premier League football predictions, episode 34, game week 34. Let's get straight into it. We start game week 34 with the 12:30 kickoff on Saturday, which sees Chelsea hosting Everton. Chelsea got a much needed victory last weekend with an injury time winner against Fulham, which has kept them in the race for the top five, as they do have some hard fixtures left to play, so they have left themselves a hard test to accomplish if they want to get that at the end of the season. Everton, though, they come into this one off the back of a defeat against Man City last weekend where they lost 2-0, but it is only their second defeat in their last 13 matches with 5 wins and 6 draws. Chelsea are undefeated in their last 9 home Premier League matches against teams at the start of play starting in the bottom half of the table with 7 wins and 2 draws. I think it'll be 10 come full time, as I can see Chelsea getting the victory here in a 2-0 win. Moving on to the 3 o'clock kickoffs, we have Brighton at home to West Ham. Brighton have fallen hard recently, and they've gone from pushing for Europe to maybe finishing this game week outside of the top half of the table, and that is because in their last 5 Premier League matches, they have no wins in that time. They have got 2 draws and 3 losses in that time. Also, on top of that, they have conceded 2 plus goals, in each of those 5 matches. West Ham drew last time out at home to Southampton, so it goes to show you where their performance level is at the moment. And they've only won one of the last 15 head-to-heads between these two sides, so things aren't looking like they're going to change anytime soon. With Graham Potter returning to the Amex for the second time in the opposite dugout, I think him and his team will leave with nothing, as I reckon West Ham will get the win here in a 2-1 victory. Next up, we have Newcastle at home to Ipswich. Newcastle find themselves in 5th position, which is the last place for Champions League this season. But with that defeat last weekend to Aston Villa and only 2 points between themselves and 7th, everything is still to play for. They will be looking at this game, though, as an easier game on paper to get back to winning ways straight away. Ipswich's inevitable fate will be confirmed here with anything other than a victory. Even if they do get a victory here and West Ham manage to get a point away to Brighton, their relegation will still be confirmed. Newcastle have scored 4 plus goals in their last 2 home Premier League matches, make that 3 come full time with a 4-0 victory for the Magpies. Next up, we have Southampton at home to Fulham. With that last minute equaliser last weekend, Southampton now have the joint worst points tally in a single Premier League season, so they need 1 more point in their last 5 matches not to have that unwanted bit of history to their name. Fulham let a 1-0 lead slip last weekend with only 10 minutes to go against Chelsea, which has now halted their chances of getting European football next season. And after back-to-back defeats, they will be looking to get a victory here, only to get some confidence behind themselves and finish the season strong. With a defeat here, Southampton will become only the 5th team to lose 14 or more games at home in a single Premier League season, and with 14 of the last 16 Fulham matches either side on the day scoring 2 plus goals, I think that will continue here, as I can see Fulham getting a victory here in a 2-1 win. And for the last 3 o'clock kickoff, we have Wolves at home to Leicester. With Wolves being the most informed team in Europe's top 5 leagues in the last 5 matches, they have 5 wins to their name. It goes to show you just how much of a good job Pereira's doing at Wolves. And if they do get a 6th win in a row here, it'll be the first time they've done so since 1970. Leicester were the second team confirmed for relegation this season last weekend with that 1-0 defeat to Liverpool, and they were hit with some more bad news on Thursday as Jamie Vardy did announce that he will be leaving the club at the end of the season. He has been a great servant for the club. He spent 13 seasons there and he made himself a club legend. I do believe that Wolves will do their first league double over Leicester for the first time since 1958-59 season, and I reckon they'll do that in a 3-1 win. Moving on to Super Sunday at 2 p.m, we have Bournemouth at home to Manchester United. Bournemouth come into this game with 2 draws either side of a victory in their last 3 matches, and they will be looking to edge back into the European race with a victory here, something that they will be looking to do, keeping their 3rd clean sheet in a row as well. If they do that, it will be the first time they've done that since 2019. Manchester United come into this game off the back of 1 draw and 3 defeats in their last 4 Premier League matches, and with 15 defeats already this season, their season really now depends on Europa League glory, so I won't be surprised seeing some rotation in the squad for this game. Manchester United are only one of 2 teams in the Premier League this season that haven't suffered defeat after taking the lead. That is something that Bournemouth won't have to worry about this weekend though, as I can see Bournemouth winning here in a 1-0 victory. And for part 2 on Super Sunday at 4:30, we have Liverpool at home to Tottenham. Liverpool only need 1 point come full time to be crowned Premier League champions this season, something that they do deserve as they have sat at the top of the pile since the end of game week 10. Spurs will be happy to hand the trophy over to Liverpool, as it means it is at the expense of their North London rivals Arsenal. But just like Manchester United, Spurs this season all depends on the Europa League, so again I think they will just throw this game away so they can focus on next Thursday. Liverpool have scored 2 or 3 goals in 14 of their last 17 home matches, something that I reckon will happen here as they are crowned Premier League champions with a 3-0 win over Tottenham. And at 5:15 on Saturday, we have the first semi-final in the FA Cup, which sees Crystal Palace hosting Aston Villa. Crystal Palace coming to this one, and they're playing in their second semi-final in the last 4 years, and they will be boosted in confidence coming into this one as they haven't lost in their last 4 head-to-heads. Aston Villa, though, they'll see this as a great chance to win silverware this season, as they are only 2 victories away from winning the FA Cup. And they will be boosted at the fact they've won 10 of their last 12 games in all competitions, so they'll have the confidence going into this one. Crystal Palace have been leading by half-time in all 4 FA Cup matches they've played so far this season. I don't think they will in this one, though. I can see this game being very tight and going to the wire, but Aston Villa nicking it in a 2-1 victory. And the second semi-final at 4:30 on Sunday sees Nottingham Forest playing Man City. Nottingham Forest will see this as a great chance for lifting their first major trophy since 1990, and they did get back to winning ways in London on Monday as they beat Spurs 2-1. This is City's last chance of getting silverware this season, and they have picked up form of late. They've only lost 1 game in their last 10 matches, however, that did come against Nottingham Forest. Man City have kept only 3 clean sheets in their last 13 visits to Wembley, something that I think they won't do again here, as I can see a shock on the cards, as I can see Nottingham Forest winning here in a 1-0 victory. Thank you very much if you are still here at the end of my video. I really do appreciate the love and support I've been getting from you guys. Please do continue to like, share, follow, but most importantly, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Have a good weekend, guys, and remember, if you don't shoot, you can't score. Bye, guys. Have a good weekend.